Alrighty, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to finally be doing long form content. I've been posting the shorts just to have something on here, but really the goal was always to do these sit down kind of videos. And I have so many ideas of things I want to do related to book content and reading. And I'm just excited to finally be able to do that. I was waiting on the camera equipment, and now that it's here, I'm unstoppable, okay? I'm gonna be, well, I can say that, but I don't really know how it's gonna go. I wanna be consistent in posting, so we'll see how it goes. But yes, welcome to my channel. This is from VD's Library, and I'm excited that you're here. If you enjoy what you see, please leave a comment. I would love to interact and just have conversations around books and reading because that's obviously what we're here for. So yeah, let's get into what I want to talk about today. Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about is my reading journey, kind of where I started, where I'm at now, and where I feel like I'm headed to. Growing up, I always was a reader at heart. My dad used to always encourage me to read. I used to always go to the public library and just spend so much time there. Middle school, I feel like it was really pivotal for me. I had my English teacher, Miss Scheinfeld, which I actually gave her a shout out in one of my shorts. So Miss Scheinfeld, if you're watching this, hey girl. But she introduced me to Sharon M. Draper's books. And though these were books that we were required to read as part of the curriculum, for me, they became an obsession since I wasn't super big on social media. I don't remember if I had a phone at that time. Really, the books kind of became my main form of entertainment, is what I'm trying to say. Sharon M. Draper's books, the Hazelwood High series. I just remember the buzz that was in our classroom amongst my friends reading these books. Like, we were just all like, did you read this chapter yet? And did you get to this part? And it was such a fun time. It brings back a lot of great memories and feelings. And so I pretty much read all of Sharon M. Draper's books. During high school and college, I definitely say that reading became more of a chore rather than something I enjoyed. Research studies, textbooks, that was really the only things I was reading at that time. Sometimes I would try to bring a book with me on my commute to school. Read two or three really good books that weren't related to schoolwork. After that, it was just kind of like a dormant thing in my life. Always had reading in the back of my mind somewhere, but I wasn't really actively doing it. One thing that changed everything, though, was a trip that I took with my job in 2022, I want to say. We were in a small town and there was a local bookstore there. And I remember that I created a short about this, but I remember I saw Matilda on the shelves. And growing up, I don't think actually I ever read Matilda, but I always loved the movie. That was one of my favorite movies growing up. So I saw Matilda on the shelves, and I don't know, it's just something about it just drew me to that book. It was like a new cover they had done on the book, and I just read it that whole trip, and I just was falling in love with reading all over again. I feel like it really brought a childlike sense of wonder and awe for reading, and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. And then from there, I just went crazy. I just started going to bookstores and buying all these books, and I started posting shorts on TikTok and Instagram about little libraries and very fond memories of books. I definitely feel like I fell back in love with it. But let's talk about where I'm at right now. So right now I feel like I'm in a little bit of, I wouldn't say a reading rut, but I would say that I'm kind of discovering my reading tastes all over again, and that's kind of slowing me down a little bit. I would like to be able to be off of my phone and say, you know what, instead of being on social media, I'm just going to pick up a book. But as much as I try to be that person, I'm going to be honest, it's just not working. But hence why I have this channel, okay? I'm hoping that this channel will help me become more of a avid reader. I think a few of the things that are holding me back from reading more often is, number one, I'm definitely a mood reader. I'll be in the middle of reading one of my books and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm just not interested anymore. I'm in the mood for another topic, another genre. And so I kind of lose interest in the book that I'm reading. I'll start reading another book, lose interest in that one, start reading another one. And that's how I end up with, you guys can't see it, but this huge pile that I have right here of all of these books. And number two, I would say that social media is such a huge distraction for me. I'm not even going to say that I don't have time to read, because there are days where I have so much time, especially I've been on a week-long vacation. I've had so much time to read, and I've decided to just scroll on my phone. And yeah, that's definitely been something that's been holding me back. I'm also just trying to be more disciplined in putting my phone down in the mornings, not looking at my phone at all when I wake up, and instead doing my devotional time, like praying, reading my Bible, but also after doing that, going to read one of my books. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. And the third thing that I feel has been holding me back is the fact that I was on this nonfiction hype, like only nonfiction. I don't do that fiction. I don't read fiction. It's only nonfiction. I don't know why I was on that hype. Girl, please stop. So I ended up in a nonfiction rut because all these books that I got over here, which I'm gonna go through, they're all nonfiction. And I will say that I'm craving some fiction now. Yep. I have so much good stuff on my bookshelves, and I feel like this pile right here is stopping me from reading all of those books because maybe that's the fourth thing. Okay. The fourth thing that's holding me back from being an avid reader is the fact that I feel like I have to finish every book that I start, even though I posted a short talking about DNFing the books. And I have DNF'd a lot of books, but I just feel like these books are good. It's not that I'm losing interest in them and I want to DNF them, but they're just so heavy. You know, like nonfiction books are just so heavy. You learn a lot. And that's something that for me, I have to pause after I read because I want to soak in everything that I just read. So I've made a commitment to myself that I'm not going to be starting any of my other books that I have on my shelves until I finish this stack right here. So this month is almost over. This month, I'm going to try to finish one of my books. Next month, I'm going to aim to finish 4 books. Okay, I already said it, so I got to hold myself to that. So now I'm just going to go through this pile and just talk about the books, talk about my progress in each of them, and make a decision of when I'm planning to read them or what I'm going to do with them in general. Let's start. This is the Proverbs Project. It is basically the book of Proverbs from the Bible, but it's all illustrated. I am slowly getting through this because I'm reading a proverb a day, so I'll just continue with that until however long it takes me because it's part of my devotional time. This is a really cool book. It's called Why We Sleep, and it goes into the science of what sleep does for us. There's so many cool things, but one thing about this book is it is small print, okay? And like I said, I like to pause to really soak in the information. I've even like written down little notes about this, and I think it's really cool. What am I going to do with this? I think I'm going to save this for one of my reads for next month. Yes. This is A Laugh Again, Experience Outrageous Joy by Charles R. Swindle, and this is a study on the book of Philippians. I have a lot of faith-based books, if you couldn't tell, okay? So this is the one that I actually read a little bit today. I've been trying to read more consistently. I'm going to try to finish it for this month of November. Okay, these next 2 books are like 40-day devotionals or 40-day challenges. One is the 40-day sugar fast. The other one is the 40-day social media fast. So I actually did both of these 40-day fasts back to back. They were super transformative. It just helps you see that, you know what, sometimes you can idolize sugar, definitely idolize social media, and it challenges you to replace those things with God's presence. So they're on this pile because even though I did the full 40 days, I lagged on reading the devotionals consistently every single day. So there are some days that I missed. I don't know if you can see where I stopped at, but I just decided that what I'm going to do with these is it's okay if I didn't finish. I plan on probably doing another 40-day fast at some point, maybe at the start of this 2026. So I'm just going to save these 2, put them off to the side for whenever I need them. Next one is called Brain Maker, the power of gut microbes to heal and protect your brain for life. One of the things that I still remember from this book, it was talking about how Alzheimer's is now being classified as diabetes type 3 because that's the impact that sugar can have on your brain. I'm about I would say a third of the way done with this book. I am going to try to finish this in December. So this is book number 2 out of 4 for the December pile. Next book is Women and Money, and it's all about, I guess, being financially literate as a woman. I don't know about this one. I feel like this is more like a quick reference book. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to wait till January to start this. Come January, I'm not going to do as many nonfiction books so that I don't find myself in the same predicament, but I am going to incorporate one nonfiction book. So I'm going to save this one for January. I feel like it'll be a good start of the new year to just have my finances at the forefront of my mind. So yeah, I'll save this for then. This next one, hello. Okay. What? How you going to hang up on me and ruin my video? It's my fiance. Hold on. This next one is the 5 love languages of appreciation in the workplace. I did a workshop at my job about love languages and how, you can apply it to your coworkers and it doesn't just have to be for romantic partners. So I thought that this was so good for that moment, but I only really did use it to prepare for that workshop. For that reason, I'm going to just set it aside for when I need it again for another project at work. I'm not really going to force myself to finish it. Next one is called Renewal Theology. It doesn't have the cover, but this book is so good at breaking down theological concepts in a very, very simple way. He's not just giving you information, but he's kind of like just walking you through it. I like to use this as a reference side by side for when I read my Bible and do a Devo, or if there's a certain topic that I'm going to be preaching on or teaching on, I like to use this for that reason, because it's more of a reference book. Again, I think I'm just going to set it to the side, have it on my desk, whip it out when I need it. But I'm not going to try to finish it all the way through. Second to last one right here. This is the OCD journey, the OCD healing journey, not the OCD journey. Getting to the heart of our obsessive and compulsive struggles. And this is by Mark De Jesus. He does have a channel on here. Really love the kind of videos that he does. He talks all about inner healing, healing the framework of your mind, healing the perspectives that you have, seeing yourself with more compassion and love. He often has his wife over on his channel as well, and they're just awesome. I'm going to go ahead and link them down below. But for this book, I would say that I'm 75% of the way. What should I do? I think I'm going to put it also as my December. I only have 2 books on my December thing, 2 out of 4. So this will be the third one. And this last one is Beholding and Becoming. It is The Art of Everyday Worship by Ruth Cho Simmons. And this is, first of all, a beautiful book. She not only writes the devotionals, but she does all of the illustrations herself. I think, let's see. Oh, what the heck? I'm like 80% done with it. I think I'm going to also save it for January and just use it as that'll be a good idea. I'm going to save it for January and use it for some devotionals at the start of the new year. Okay, we finally got through that gigantic pile of books. I'm so relieved that now everything has a place. It's organized. I know what I'm doing. I have a plan in mind. So yes. But anyways, this entire video has been a joy for me to make. I really had a great time. And yeah, if you stayed all the way to the end, I would love to hear some pivotal moments in your reading journey or book recommendations, anything you want to share really. And yeah, see you on the next one. Bye.